Hi there and welcome to this Beard Clipper video. Now this one is another in my series of building with Rosie. She had a part to play in this, but not as big a part as the other ones in this series. This was when we had to make a outfit for a recycling event at her school, and we decided to make a princess outfit. So it was basically making use of recycled parts, recycled items, and then she wore it to a big show and it was absolutely brilliant. We had great fun and she really enjoyed it, and I've still got this hanging up upstairs and I'm never ever going to get rid of this because such happy memories. Sadly, as I stand here, things went wrong and Rosie is no longer living with me. So my takeaway for this series is to everyone that's watching this that have kids, grasp that time with them. Do some hobbying, go out for a walk, read a book, anything you can do to spend time with your kids right now, because you never know when it's going to be over. And that's the key. And I'm so glad that I spent so much time with her, and I cannot wait to see her again very soon and spend as much time as possible I can, no matter how difficult it is, because she's all that matters, frankly. Anyway, that's enough of that. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again at the end. So yesterday, Rosie's school contacted us to say that next week they're doing something where they want to have outfits for each of the kids made out of recyclable materials. So I showed Rosie a load of options, didn't I, on our website yesterday, including an aeroplane, which is what I wanted you to do, and a robot, which is what you said you wanted to do, but then we decided that you're going to do princess, didn't we? Yeah. So what we're going to do, we've got to make it out of recyclable material. So we're going to make use of cardboard, and we're going to make use of crepe paper, and we're going to make use of other materials. It's going to be a full family build. Paper as well, yes, it's going to be a full family build. Mummy's going to help as well, isn't she? So the first thing that we need to do, if you can pay attention more than like for 30 seconds, it's not about those, is what we need to do is we need to measure you so we can find out how big the bodice is. So what the design is going to be is it's going to be a cardboard bodice, hoops over the top and a cardboard at the back, and then basically a hoop that goes around here with strips of cardboard from the waistline, and then crepe paper and beautiful painting and designs and what have you over it.
Flowers on it.
Flowers on it if you want, yes. So we'll decorate it. But the first thing we need to do is find out how wide your chest is. So I'll try not to tickle you, love. So it's going to be about 23 centimetres, 22, 23 centimetres, I think there. Let's make it 25 centimetres. There we are. And how wide are you at the hips? I'm going to go with 20, I'm going to say it's going to be roughly straight that, so we might make it a bit wide at the top and a bit narrow at the bottom. So what we're going to do now, Roo, well, I'll measure that later, we don't need to worry about that. What I'm going to do now is measure how long you are. So from here to here, about 30 centimetres, there we are. So we've got 25 and we've got 30. So what we're going to do now is going to...
down in Goblin Town.
No, well done, we're not doing Goblin Town now, but you just saw, just to show why she said that, this is my awesome friend Tim's Goblin King. Don't drop it. Hold it very carefully. This is a Goblin King he made us. And you love it. So let's get our pen. Let's take a pencil. Have a look at this bit of paper, Rosie, and we'll draw this together. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a square like that, which is going to be 25 across there, 22 there, and 30 there. And we'll do like some shouldery things there as well, and we need 2 of those. So we're going to go get some cardboard and we'll bring you back when we're about to do the cutting. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.
When I mark it like this, let's turn it around so you can see it a bit better. What I want you to do is find the 2 and the 5 on this length here. So see if you can find the 2 and the 5. There it is, well done, very good. So we're going to put a mark there. What we're now going to do, if you stand up, so you're not leaning on it, you need to learn to be on your own 2 feet. We're going to draw a line here, so can you hold that in the centre there? Yeah. Good girl, going to draw a line there. And what we're also going to do, if you turn it round, if you can hold that in place, good girl, well done, you went to the correct side. You're really learning here, and that is what the bodice is going to be like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly measure you here, 1 second, 12 centimetres. Can you find the 1 and the 2 for me? 1 and the 2?
There we are. And again, the 1 and the 2 on this side. 12. There it is, good girl. And what we're going to do is, this will have to be shaped, but we're just going to cut across there as well. So now we're going to do our cutting, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make exactly the same shape, but on a different piece of cardboard, and then we'll be done for now. So please, can you hold that in place?
I'm holding it.
There we are, and I'm just making sure it's lined up. Right, so we'll do a line there and a line there. And now what we're going to do is going to get the knife out. You didn't need to move that, but that's fine, we'll put it back.
But I wanted to see the dimes.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hold that in place again. Can you hold that in place again? And we're going to cut it.
That's 2 and a 0.
It is.
That's 2 and
Mind
a
yourself.
1.
Mind yourself. And now we're going to move this. Can you hold it again for here? Yeah?
Yes.
Get that to line up. And then what we'll do is we'll offer it up against you, see if it's right. And then we'll turn the camera off. And we'll make a mirror image for the back. Okay, right, that's enough.
Why are we doing that?
You'll see in a second. So can you hold that in place as well, please? Just get that completely lined up. There we are. Oh, you're pushing it. Don't push it, just lean. Press down, don't push on it. There we are. Good girl. There we are. And now, let's hold this up to you. We're going to have to scallop the neck a bit when we get to it. But that is going to be alright. So that will be held over your shoulders. We'll work it out. It might need to be a bit narrower.
This is going to be a jumper.
No, it's going to be the top of a dress. You'll have a beautiful dress flowing off underneath it. Right, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright, back here with Rosie working on her princess outfit, and I've just got into a bag of clothes that we are going to be making use of, probably chopping up for rags, and I found some really good bright pink strips of ribbon. So cutting those out because I've actually sewed in, and what we've done not on camera is I've scalloped the, oh, can't really see that, I've scalloped the neckline for the front. And what we're going to do is we're going to use these to, we're going to glue these to the inside of the,
Daddy.
Rosie, just 1 second. We're going to glue these to the inside of the cardboard, one on each side, and then, 1 second, and then that will then go all the way around and will be a hoop, and that will be what will control, that will hang that off of Rosie. So are you drawing numbers?
Yeah.
Very good. So Rosie has the drawing. I'll just zoom in on that so people can see what you're doing. Rosie has the drawing of the dress, and Rosie.
What is going to be on the picture?
I'm not sure. You said flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah. So Rosie has a picture of the dress and the crown, and is getting stuck in on it. So yeah, so what we're going to do now, I'm just going to attempt to secure this strip, probably use PVA glue, and hope that will hold it. So probably use PVA glue to secure it down, and then when that's dried on one side, we'll then hang it on Rosie, mark how far down we're going to secure it, and then this can be what will support this and hold this onto Rosie over her shoulders. So yeah, a little bit of progress. Rosie's very, very excited, as you can tell, and we'll be back when we come to the next bit of this. We just had a lot of fun with Angela's help. She's back from her spa break and can barely remember what a break is. Just measuring up, making sure that we get these straps the right length, and I think we've done that. So I'm going to glue them in place. So same technique, just a load of PVA glue, and then set them down to the mark that I've made. Yeah, too much PVA, but that's fine, don't matter. Set them down to the mark that I've made, and then let them dry. and then not enough PVA on this side. Always the way, isn't it? There we are. So that's the inside. So the next thing that we're going to need to do once that's dried, and we are going to have to wait for it to dry because we're going to need to want to sit this naturally on Rosie, is measure around the waist and then measure how long the strips are going to need to be that will then support the dress section that will come off the bottom. So yeah, pretty pleased, enjoying this, something totally different. Such fun making different types of things, you know, creativity can be used in many ways, and yeah, Rosie's very excited. This morning we did a little bit of a measuring for Rosie. Unfortunately she's not here, she's at school. Angela has also spent a lot of time today creating flowers which will be eventually stuck onto the front of the little the dress, yeah, she's not able to do many of these videos unfortunately because we've got such a rush. We've got to get this done this week and needs to be finished by Friday. I'll try to have her in a bit later, particularly as we're starting to assemble it all. But anyways, we did some measuring, and I know that we need to have side strips need to be 35 centimeters, 350 millimeters, and I need a whole bunch of them. So what I've got here is actually exactly 350 millimeters. This piece of card you see there. So that's good, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice these down. What I might do actually is just make them the same width, so do them 3 centimeters wide so they've got a little bit of what have you. And these are going to be the strips which, if we look at the picture, these are going to be the strips which will basically radiate out. They'll have a hoop at the top and a wider hoop at the bottom, and that'll be what we'll put the material onto for the dress. So I will cut these out. I will certainly need more than I'm going to get out of this sheet of cardboard, but I can get some more cardboard and get some more. So yeah, so I'll cut these out, and then when I've got it all and when we're about to assemble this dress portion, I'll bring you along. Now the way that we're going to do the hoops is probably using multiple strips of cardboard from cereal packets, because that will actually bend. This is not going to bend, is it? So well, once we know what that circumference is supposed to be for the hoop, then I will cut that, and I'll probably laminate 2 or 3, maybe even 4 together, just to make it a little bit more solid, but it should still bend nicely around a curve even when it's got several laminated together. Anyway, there we are. Let's get these cut and get a whole pile of these, and I'll bring you back for the next step when we get to it. So we're back here making the princess dress, aren't we, Rosie? And what we're looking at doing now is a band that's going to go around her waist at the top of the dress. And I've had to go to this Harley Benton cardboard, which is a bit annoying. I'm really struggling to find things that are long enough. So this is going to be a metre 30, and we're going to trim it down to the right size. And I think I need to go to about a metre 50. So what Rosie's going to do, you're going to help me, aren't you, love?
Dad?
You're going to help me. You're going to help me hold this.
Can I tell you something?
What do you want to tell me?
Why does it have a hole right here?
Because there used to be a staple there which held it together. You can see there's holes in each of the corners, and I took it out because we're going to recycle this and we don't want metal, and it was sharp, so that's why. So what we're going to do now is you're going to hold this in place very, very carefully, and I'm going to come along with my knife. These safety rulers are absolutely required purchasing, especially if you're going to be hobbying with someone as little as Rosie. So anyway, we're going to cut this out. It's a 5 centimetre wide strip that we're going to end up with, and as I say, this is going to be about a metre 30, and I'm going to need to go dig into my cardboard supply to find something that's going to get as long as a metre 50. Right, so what we need to do now is move you across. Oh, let me lift, don't lift that up because it's heavy. Good girl. We'll lift you across, and we're going to finish the cut. So we'll slide that over. Get that lined up nicely. There we are. And now if you can hold that again, we will. Oh no, you moved it. Careful. It slipped a bit. There we are. Right, and now we're gonna. Just press down. Don't press forwards. That's it. And then we're going to keep slicing this out. There we are. Right, so that's not very easy to do, trying to not get in the way of the shot. So if we do this, oh, it's not quite cut at this end, and not quite cut there. Wait a second, Rosie, just a second, let me just run the blade down again. There we are, nearly. And the final thing that we need to do, let's just tidy up a bit. If you hold that, I'll move these out the way.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Right, if you pop that back onto the surface, very good. What we're going to do is I need you again to help me with this, holding this down. Just hold that down nice and firmly, and then we're going to cut along and remove this tab here. And that,
Way to here.
right, be careful of your fingers. Don't put your fingers on that side of the guard. Remember. Right, I'm going to come around that side. Keep holding it down. Good girl.
You have to do that too.
I will do, yes. But for now, we're just removing this one. You're doing very well. You're going to go and play with those toys in 1 second when we're finished doing this. As Mummy told you just now, this is a school project, and we might be crafty, but you will be involved in all your school projects, even if we help you. Right, mind your finger. Mind your finger. There we are. So that's that. So we can get rid of this. And now we can use the smaller safety ruler to do these. So if you can, yeah, so if you can hold that down. But look at what you're doing. Look what you're doing.
Merry Christmas, my dear.
My precious.
My precious.
Right, hold that down nicely.
Merry
Cut that off.
Christmas, my precious.
You love that, don't you? That card. That was sent me by an SBG Santa. And last but not least, we're going to cut this off. Wow. So let's do this. Hold that again for me. There we are. Right, so.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Right, so quiet for a second while I just say. So this is going to be going around your waist.
I hope that doesn't.
Like this. Okay, so we will need to have at least one more strip like that, and one I think bigger. That's what I think we need. But we won't do all of that on camera, Rosie. We won't do all of that on camera because, as you can hear, Rosie is being a little bit bored, aren't you? A little bit low attention span, which is not very cool, but it is understandable.
I don't want to do this.
So. Well, I don't want to do this either. So what shall we do? Are you going to go? Are you not going to have an outfit for school?
I like to have it out.
Well, there we are. That means you've got to help because you don't just get things given you. Anyway, that's enough parenting for one video. We're going to do the rest of the cutting off camera. And Rosie, we're going to do the rest of the cutting off camera. And when we come to the assembly, we'll be back. So what do you say to the camera?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was harder work than usual. She's gone downstairs in a huff, bless her. It's going to be fun when she's a teenager. Anyway, right, so what I'm going to do is just temporarily use some masking tape to hold this together. I've put some score marks into this cardboard strip to help me to bend it and have it keep it to straight. So we've got two 35 centimetres and two 30 centimetres. And what I'm going to do now is go down and see whether that actually fits or not. And then I'm going to have to look for some longer cardboard, which I think I have upstairs. But yeah. And then I have to work out how I'm going to actually attach that. So that's basically possibly the top or the middle of the dress section. And I have made, let's reach these over, all of these. And these will basically be attached like this to yeah, this is, I'm struggling with this a little bit conceptually. So these will basically be strips which the dress will be built up from. Yeah. Right. We're going to get this done. Family dramas or no. Hopefully next time she's on camera, she'll be slightly more interested. Well, this is what we have so far. Just at a shot of all the strips. We've got this, which is 30 by 35, 30 being the front and back, 35 being the sides. We've got this, which is 24 by 24, which is going to be the waist. And we have the corset or the bodice or whatever. I've just scalloped the back as well as the front, and you can see here that I've got some lines which I'm going to carve out as well, which is going to be for the arms so that Rosie can move her arms a little bit. But we've changed our mind on how she is actually going to get into it. Initially we were thinking about having it so this drops over her head, and it can drop over her head. However, what we're now going to do actually is join everything together, and I'm going to disconnect these, which isn't going to be too hard fortunately because we use PVA. There we are. Dunk. And I'm going to make use of some Velcro. We'll do that completely again. Going to make use of some Velcro. So what will happen is she'll step into it, this will get pulled up around her, and then the Velcro will go from one and we'll Velcro onto the other, and that's how we're going to do it. So what I'm about to do now, the first thing I'm going to do now, and apologies that Rosie's not here, she's in bed and we need to get this done, and as you saw from the previous clips, she's not actually really into this build, which is a bit odd because she's very excited about actually the outfit. But what I'm going to do now, first thing, is I'm going to stick these together permanently. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to get some paper, or some thinner card actually, and I'm going to glue that thinner card around here and also one on the inside. So I'm just going to do that with PVA, and I'm going to do the same thing for this one, and that will then dry and these will then be secured. And while that is happening, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some strips of cloth, and I'm going to glue those strips of cloth onto the front and the back of these, and then eventually they will have these attached to them, and I will attach which are the strips which will have the dress, and I will attach these to the that's how these will be attached. I'm just doing cloth so that, sorry, I'm a bit discombobulated still from that argument with Rosie. These will have cloth so it still articulates a bit, because that's important, so they'll have little bits of cloth, and then I will also use cloth to attach these strips to this waistband, and then when that's done I will then use cloth to attach the bottom to these strips, and then we can build it up. So my aim this evening is to get these two permanently secured, and then the cloth strips on the front and back permanently secured, and then in the morning I can then continue to assemble everything, and I'll probably do the Velcro, one of the last things, when we work out roughly how long it should be. Bit of a chattery tell what I'm going to do rather than show, but I think it's going to be easier to tell, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end of the evening when I've got it done. So these are now setting up. Next thing I'm going to do is start cutting up these old trousers of Angela's. So I'm going to take the cuffs off the bottom. This is where these super strong scissors really do come into their own. There we are. This is going to be a good material to glue along the bottom. So I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to film because it's going to be a bit fiddly, but I might just do one. I'll just do this, and then I'll show you the next step. So if we cut that out like this, super strong scissors are such a good thing to have. And what I'll do is I will then section that. So I'm going to cut down the seams. Be nice if they were slightly longer scissors, but never mind. So actually this is not an equidistant seam. How about that? Didn't realise that. So I'm going to keep cutting that. And what I will do is I will cut that seam, or the other seam, off as well, so there's no seams on it. that is going to get stuck to the inside of that with a bit hanging over, and then tomorrow I will glue that, maybe a bit more than that, I'll glue that to the inside of the waist square, and that will mean that they will basically be able to they will be attached together but articulated. The next and final thing I'm going to do, which is going to take ages, is each of these strips I'm going to glue a little bit of cloth on the top and on the bottom, and that is what will be used to join between this strip and this strip, the waist and the hem. And that's the idea. So yeah, I feel a bit happier than I did. I feel like I've got a plan. Just run it past with Andrew and we've agreed this is a good idea. Gutted I'm not doing it with Rosie, but yeah, we can do as much as we can with her, but if she isn't interested, then there's just not much you can do, and we need to get this done. So hopefully she will join in tomorrow. Maybe she can help me with a bit of the gluing, and maybe I can get that filmed. I would really hope so, but we'll do what we can do. At the very least, you'll get to see her wearing it. So yesterday evening I spent ages gluing on the strips and left it to dry overnight. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to attach them. So I've just worked out that I've only got 3 aside, so I might actually need to do more. But at least I can make a start on this. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put some glue in the corner like that, and then take that. I want the strip to be on the inside. It's actually a bit long, so I might need to trim that, so I'll do this side. And then we're going to glue that in place there and just clamp it to make sure it doesn't get knocked. And that's what I'm going to do. Going to put one in the middle. I can't put one this end just yet because, as you can see, I'm still clamping the corners a bit. But yeah, so I'm going to glue as many of these on as I can now. Put another one here, then 3 here and 3 here, and then let that dry. And then when they're dried, what I'll be able to do then is, here's the smaller one, and that then will glue on there, in the middle, and what have you, and then the two will be connected. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that. The other thing that we've done is I've put the flap on the bottom of the bodice, and that will eventually also be glued onto the smaller waist. Well, sorry, yeah, the waist one. So yeah, let's get on with this. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Right, we're all here. Angela's just out of shot. She's the clothes horse. Rosie fits in it. Go on then, so it fits, which is good. So the thing that we need to do now, which is going to be a little bit difficult, and all 3 of us are going to work on it. So put your hands in again, Roo. So we have the front and the back.
Stay still. No, arms in.
Arms in, Rosie, else you'll break it. Good girl. So we're going to put the front and the back. And what I need you to do, Rosie, if you hold it on the sides, because we're going to put glue here and we're going to put glue here. So here's the glue. Can you take this glue and put it all the way along the inside? Like that. Okay, spread it all the way along. And if you need some more, you can have some more.
Yeah, take some more. And there's a big clump here.
Here, just spread it out.
Nope.
All the way along.
This one.
All the way along.
All the way to the edge.
All the way to the edge. A little bit more. No, just on this back bit. Get a bit more glue.
There's a big clump here. So.
Right, yeah. Like this.
Yeah.
Really thick.
On it.
Really thick. Do you see how I did that? You can do the next one. Right, so now, what we're going to try and do, I need you to hold this, and I need you to hold it really, really steady for me, okay? When I have it in a place, I need you not to move. Right, can you hold that side a bit lower down? A bit lower down right now. Will you put your thumb in? And I'll put my thumb in. This is very difficult. I'm going to get my clamp in. 1, 2. Okay, so that should hold it. Ooh. Need it to be a bit low on this side. There we are.
This is going to be so exciting.
It's awesome, isn't it? There we are. Right, so now we do the other side. Don't disappear, Roo. Don't disappear, Roo. We now need you to put the glue along here.
I showed you were going to do it all night.
No. Right, we need you to put the glue along here.
Look,
so,
watch what Daddy's showing you.
right, so you take that glue and you spread it all the way along the inside of there.
Quite thick.
Quite thick, like slap it on.
Put quite a lot on.
That's it, good girl.
Right in the corners as well. And turn the brush
Try
around.
and get this in shot. That's it, slap it on all the way. Get a little bit more glue if you need to off the table, off the plate. Very good girl.
Put it in the corners.
Right into the corners. It needs to cover the whole of that width because this is what's going to hold your bodice on. Yeah, let me put a little bit more glue on that. And what we're going to do, we're going to go blip, 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 blip. You see how much? Do you see how much? Really slap it on. There we go, let's get that. It's the only way to do it because it soaks right into the material and that means that it really sticks. Right, well done. Right, I need you to help me again, Roo. Don't disappear yet, same job. I'm going to get this down, get this into place. And then when I have it in place, if you can move your hand to here and use your thumb. Are you?
I have to wait all day.
Right, I need your help, Rosie.
Quick, quick.
Rosie, come back here. Quick, quick.
Quick, quick.
Quick, quick. I need you to hold that and don't move it. Good girl, there we are. Well done, thank you. Oh, it's okay, we can manage it. One clap. Oh, pushed it up, didn't I? Right, watch what you're doing. Rosie,
Stop,
less squealing and laughing, more holding what I've asked you to hold so it doesn't move. There we are, that's perfect.
Trying to
There we are. Right.
wait all day.
Get them wrinkled.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. This is fiddly.
I have to wait all day.
I'll put some more clamps on it, don't worry.
Something this machine showed.
I know. Right, okay, so say bye-bye to the camera, Roo.
Bye.
So we are about to start on, or Angela is, I say we. Angela's about to start on the making it pretty. I've been Mr. Structure and Angela is Little Miss Art. So we have this shiny paper and what you're about to do is cut around this shape and then glue it on, isn't it? That's the plan. Yeah? Just going to cut down there and then glue it on. Yeah, and that will be the colour of the bodice. And then once that's all dried and what have you, then you're going to work on the actual skirt part, aren't you? But we'll pick that up. We'll pick a video of that up later. So yeah, so it's going to be a bit of cutting and a bit of gluing, a bit of waiting, both in terms of weight and in terms of time. And yeah, I'll come back when that's glued and we can have a look at it. Right then, so what we've done is, well, Angela's done with a very tiny amount of help, but mainly just like standing and watching. We've got the bodice with all nice shiny stuff on, and what you're now doing is attaching tissue paper around the dress. Now we did put this on Rosie this morning for school, and it's about mid-shin, isn't it? So it's
Quite low.
It's a bit longer than we meant, but that's probably because of just how we've assembled it, but it should be alright. I think it looks great. So what you're going to do now is just glue that on.
Glue that on.
And I've brought, we've got lots and lots of clamps.
Leave the bottom bit.
A little bit loose, yeah, okay. Cool. So we're going to glue this tissue paper around, and then if I can just slip past you, darling. Sorry, this isn't very well planned. This morning, Angela has been cutting strips of colour. These are the colours that Rosie chose, and these are then going to be attached down the outside of this area, yeah?
From here.
Cool. So it's coming on. It needs to be done today. It needs to be taken to the school tomorrow. So yeah, lots and lots of clamps are going to be used, and some superb, excellent cinematography going on right now. So yeah, we're actually going to get to see some. Should I hold that for you? Oh, there we are. Right, we're going to actually get to see somehow being done, not just talking about it, but actually doing it. Angela is learning the love for clamps. You can never have too many clamps. There we are. So we're getting some glue. There's a fire in the way, which is making this a bit difficult. There we are. Get a load of glue applied, and then it'll get clamped in.
It's going to be awesome. It's been a whole family event. I'm really glad that Rosie finally actually did something for it. It's nice making things. There we are, get that done. Probably, I brought a ton more clamps, and I've got more if you need them as well. They're the easier ones as well, they're not quite as strong. There we are, clamp and clamp and clamp. Cool. Right, we'll come back when all of this is done and we're starting to glue these strips of colour on, yeah? So what we're about to do now, Angela has made this tiara for Rosie, and we're going to put some flowers in, aren't we, love?
Yeah.
So I've got the cool hot glue gun going, and we're going to stick a few flowers onto this, and I'm going to be doing it, so I will come back when we've done. You looking forward to it, Roo?
Quick! Get Mommy!
Are we going to do it now ourselves? I know. There's glue coming out. Oh no, we better get to it. Right, let's go to. So we have done the tiara, and we are now in the process of sticking flowers onto the actual dress. So I better stop filming because I'm in control of the hot glue gun. But yeah, let's get to it.
Yay!
So we have lots and lots and lots of flowers on it. Do you want to quickly rotate it, love, so we can see? So we've hot glued all of those flowers on. Do you like it, Roo?
Yeah!
Yes, so the hot glue gun is going again, and the reason for that is I've cut some of these strips, and what we're going to do is we're going to hot glue 2 strips on each side over by the neck, and then when Rosie wears it, that'll be just tied up, and it just makes it easier. Okay, love, go for it. It will just make it easier to actually put on and off, and much less harassment than what I had before. So we're going to get the hot glue gun running again, and the next time Rosie will be wearing this. I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. I think we've done, yeah, and Mummy's done an absolutely fantastic job on the skirt and on the flowers, and just brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. We have a very excited Rosie, and we have a very stressed Angela.
I like to wear my hair.
You will do after it's on. So here is the dress. You need to duck underneath. Arms in and down by your side. Down by your side. That's it. Perfect. Good girl. Here she comes. Right, so you might need my help here. Do you want me to hold that? Okay. Oh, she's got it. That is absolutely amazing. And we can go and show Bakir and Halil because they'll be very happy to see it. There we are. So that's worked well, having those ties. That's much better than it was. You can't wear it all day. Right, I'll get Mummy to put the this on. Hold your pigtail. Good girl. Out of the way. Look at this. That is so awesome. Wait a second, Mummy's got to look at things. Is that okay? Right, do you want to put the... And let's have a look at that princess. Wow. Give us a twirl. Wow, that is amazing. Very cool.
Right,
well done, Mummy. Right, say bye-bye. Well then, I think she looked absolutely fantastic in that dress, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video and it maybe inspired you, like I said in the intro, to spend some time with your kids and do some making or do some hobby or do whatever you enjoy and bring them along and bring them into some enjoyment of spending time with you. It's really important. You never know when it's going to end. Anyway, enough tongue-tiedness, enough emotion. I'll wrap this up by saying, as I always do, to everyone, please do stay healthy, stay safe and stay well.